Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Clangin and Bangin with Mikey, episode 161. And if my voice sounds a little different, it's because I'm getting over a cold. Yeah, the last couple of days been kind of weird, man. I was fine on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I was cool. Uh, Came home from work Wednesday. I was like, yeah, actually I came home from the gym Wednesday, and I'm like, some off. But anyway, yeah, I got up for work on Thursday morning. I'm like, yeah, something ain't right. You know what I mean? So I took off work Thursday and Friday because I was sick. I'm sick, obviously. And anyway, I took this time just to catch up on some sleep, read a little bit, and work on some beats. And y'all ever y'all ever made a beat or in the process of making a beat, and it's like you trying to add certain sounds and everything to it, and like shit's just not clicking, right? Yeah. It's like I'm working on this one beat for the Scorpio Time Scorpio album, cause I've got like probably 10 to 15 beats I've picked out. This beat is it's an add-on, you know, but excuse me, but it's something that I got it a deal in my head how I wanted to sound, and it's like not that it's I can't find the right melody for it, and then it's like, and I think it's because of the guitars that I'm using or whatever it is, but I can't find a melody to match with the key, with the chords, and I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? It's like I can't figure it out, and it's kind of stumping me a bit because of that, and last night I'm sitting here, I'm working on this joint. And like for like 15, 20 minutes, I'm like, yo, I can't find this melody, right? I can't find, what fits with this, right? So I end up just taking a break, and you know, usually when stuff like that happens, I kind of sit there for hours on end, and I'm like, yo, like let me just figure this out, 'cause it's like, but what I've been doing recently, instead of me sitting there and forcing myself to find this sound, I just said, you know what, just come back to this, whether it's 3 hours, 2 hours, whatever it is, or maybe even take the rest of the day off and just think about it. Because when I listen to the beat back, and I'm like, okay, yeah, the snares, the hi hats, everything's hitting. The drums are hitting. The drums are hitting. What are we missing? Because there's always a certain sound that I'm looking for in every single track that I do. That tried to make it stand out from the last track that I did. And mainly, man, is that I'm trying to make this joint stand out from the last album. So and yeah, that's the thing that I'm working with, man. But on this episode of Clangin and Bang with Mikey, episode 161, man, y'all ever just been minding your own business, and then God comes and blesses you? What I mean by that, man, is like when you out there doing your own thing, and somebody stumbles into your life, or you stumble into somebody else's life, or into each other's life at the same time, and you're like, yo, what did I do to deserve this? I mean, not that it's bad, because it's never bad, man. But it's great, because you end up meeting somebody who you never thought you would have anything in common with, or vice versa, or this person thought that he or she would have nothing in common with you, and then you find out that their assessment about you is 100% wrong. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, and like for me, I'm talking about me in third person, and with this particular individual, they thought I was just some random fuckboy in the gym, you know, who had this mean resting bitch face, didn't talk to nobody, didn't say hi to nobody, just came in, did his list and leave. And that's pretty much it's pretty much what I do, right? And yeah, man, it's interesting because you end up sparking up a conversation with these individuals, and it's like, yo, it's like you're not even remotely what I thought you were. Like, I know, like what you thought I was and what I am is two different things. But yeah, man, that's the gist of it, dog. Is because it's like you end up just creating a relationship of, or not even a relationship, more. I mean, first it starts out as a bond, then it starts out as a friendship, then it starts out as a, then it progresses further and further into relationships, right? But yeah, man, I think it's important to realize that everybody, has that same opportunity to have something great, stumble into their life, and it's like, yo, it changes you for the better. Um, and I don't care what the situation is. I don't care what happened before you. I don't care what happened. What happens after us. It doesn't matter because I'm the type of dude like, oh, like if you want to tell me what happened before you met me, cool. I'm never going to dig for it because there's no point. Like, what do I got to, like what do I got to do? Why do I got to dig for something that happened before me? Or it's like I've been with girls who are just like emotionally not available, and like they try to be that shit. I'm like, yo, like if you aren't that, then be who you are. Like, don't be emotionally available, because if you are emotionally available with me, you can get a whole different version of me. And if you're not ready for that, that could be really, really hard for you to maintain that. You know, like, be really, really hard for you to do that. And I think a lot of people, man, is like when they meet me and they be like, oh, yo, like, oh, Mikey this way. Oh, no, he not. He 100% different. Yeah, man, it's like you ask anybody who really know me, who really know a nigga, and they're gonna be like, yo, Mikey, he different, man. It's like, like I'm never gonna sit there and cast judgment on somebody because of what they did or what they doing and say, oh, like okay, that's cool, it's whatever. I mean, it's like I've been in situations, or not me personally, but I've been around people who've been in situations, and the people want to bring up the past. I'm like, what's that got to do with now, though, dog? It's like, it's like people who cheat, you know, and then they try to justify them cheating, you know, because they got cheated on, because they're currently cheating on their current significant other. I'm like, yo, don't do that, bro. Like, don't drag somebody else into your bullshit just because you don't have the mental capacity or the emotional intelligence to realize what you're doing is it's 100% wrong. And I think that's the case, man. I think a lot of people will sit there and try to justify this shitty behavior on everything else but them, and I'm like, you can't do that. Like, you can't justify your moves, what you've done, how you've moved in your current situation, because it's not fair. It's not fair to drag somebody else down there with you. It's not fair to basically try to fuck with somebody's head. Because like I said, like we've all been there to an extent. We've all been manipulated. We've all been played in our faces. We've all been misused and abused in any other form of the words. Because it's true. Like it's like Joel Sanchada said. He said, "Yo, we're all here to get used. In some form of way. We're not here to get misused and abused." And it's true when you think about it. Everybody has a role. Everybody has a position that they play. Some play it really well. Some people don't. You know. And I think at the end of the day, it's like when that happens, when people don't want to take self accountability for what they had going on, or how certain situations will just happen, and then they want to sit there and not take accountability for it. I'm like, you can't do that. That's why with me is like, yeah, I talk a lot of shit. Yeah, X, Y, and Z, 100%. And I think at the end of the day, when you're dealing with people who don't know how to take self accountability, all they're gonna do is deflect, deflect, deflect. That's when you gotta be like, you know what? You go ahead and you do your thing, whatever it is, but I'm gonna leave you where you at because obviously you don't have the capacity to have this conversation. Because if you did, you wouldn't be doing the shit you're doing right now. If you did, you wouldn't be doing, you wouldn't be deflecting, you wouldn't be blaming me, you wouldn't be blaming the situation. It's like, because a lot of the times, man, people will say, "Oh, well, you did this, boom, 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 boom," and I'm like, "Yo, no, 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 no. Let's backtrack that because nobody does anything without a reason to why they're doing it. You know, like let's bring receipts back into this bitch. And once you bring receipts back into it, that's when people be like, well, whatever helps you, sleep better at night, or yeah, or some bullshit like that, right? Like people will say something like that to that effect because they know what you're saying isn't a lie. They know what you're saying isn't isn't not the truth. Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, does it suck 100%? But at the same time, it's like you don't you don't get to choose how other people react to a situation that that they put you in. Other people don't get to do that. Other people don't get to manipulate you and your emotions and try to tell you how shit should have played out. Um, I'm never one to blast anybody's business or whatever it is. Like, yeah, because I'm like, yo, it's like okay, it's like there's a reason to why they did that, but let's be real, bro. Nigga, we all had an active role in the shit that we've done to an extent. Whether we were the one perpetuating the situation or the one being victimized by it. You know what I mean? It's like we've all had a role in this shit. So it's like it's idiotic to me when people want to be like, oh, well, I didn't do nothing wrong. And it's so you mean to tell me that you were sending that you were sexting dude or you were sexting her and boom 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 just off rip. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Like, don't play with me, dog. You know what I mean? It's like I hate it when motherfuckers only tell you half the story, and then you find out like several months or then you find out at a later period of time that it's something completely different. It's like, yo, it's like, and I'm like, you did all that just to paint yourself as a victim, but yet you were perpetrating the entire thing the entire time. Like, where do you get off about that? Like, how do you justify that? Because you can't. There's no way that you can justify that. And I think that's extremely fucking selfish and extremely fucking manipulative and childish too. Um, I posted this reel a couple weeks back, and the guy was talking about maturity. He's like, a lot of people just grow older, man, and he's like, and like they still value materialistic things. And he's like, when we're children, we value materialistic things. As we grow into, you know, adolescence and adulthood, we slowly start to realize that our reasons for being here isn't to have materialistic things. It is, to experience people and to have good relationships with people. And it's 100% true. Like everybody who you ever look around people and see people who materialistic and realize how little bit of a friendships they actually have. I mean, don't get me wrong. Me myself, I'm always love sneakers. Without fail, I always gonna love sneakers. But I'm never ever gonna put sneakers above my relationships. Yeah, we can talk about shoes, sports, politics, all goddamn day long. It don't matter. But the one thing I value is genuine people. I value genuine people because that's how I was raised, bro. That's how I was, taught to, taught to, taught, taught to be around people. Is to value people for who they are, not what they can do for you. A lot of motherfuckers love what you can do for them, because obviously they lack in that category. Um, Another thing, man, is like I hate this saying when people say, "Well, I'm a good person." No, the fuck you not. Because if you were a good person, you would not have to go around parading that you are a good person. That's to me has never made any fucking sense. When people say that, I'm like, I literally look at them and like, you're what? You're if you're a good person, then why you gotta say it? Like your actions should, you know, already come to that conclusion. Like it shouldn't have to be like, oh well, yeah, you're like no. It's like if you're a good person or vice versa, whatever it is, your actions should already say that. It shouldn't be, oh, well, because I am or because I say so. Bitch, yeah, I want to be 6'5" and play in the fucking NBA. I'm not. I'm 5'7" and I got a physical disability. That ain't gonna happen. Never happened. Never has happened. Never gonna will happen. It's just factual, right? I think to wrap it up, man. Yeah, it's like if you gotta say what you are, then nigga, you ain't that. I mean, I hate to break it to y'all, man, men and women. But if y'all gotta say what y'all are, y'all ain't that. Y'all ain't never gonna be that. Cause you're too busy trying to put up that facade. It's the stating that you are that. In reality, if you were that, you would not feel the need to broadcast that. That's all. Because it's frustrating because when you're dealing with individuals like that, you're like, yo, what the fuck is like why what is the purpose of you saying that? Are you trying to gas yourself up because you're not insecure about yourself, or are you trying to say that okay, I really am this, but how do I go about instead of me saying this? How do I go about showing it? Simple. You stop talking. You let your actions speak louder, louder for you than than your words. Because, like I said, if you have to say what you are, you're not that. You never were that. You were just somebody who just, you know, who believed that what you were because that's what you kept telling yourself. It has nothing to do with character and reputation. To wrap it up, it's two different things. Reputation is who people think you are. Yeah, reputation is what people think you are. Character is who you are. A lot of people get those two screwed up. Again, I'm gonna say it again. Reputation is what people think you are. Character is who you are. Work on your character and watch your reputation improve, man. All right, y'all. This is about 18 minutes of your life that y'all won't get back. Hope y'all keeping the 4Ps. Probably positive pushing. I'll see y'all next week Sunday. Love y'all. Ghosts. And like I always say, know your worth because you're better than what you are. Peace.